On today's episode of Tales of Our Legends, we'll meet two legends who were the Davidos of yesterday. They thrilled us with good music. Come with me as we hear the stories.
Yeah, this is Chris Mbah, and this is my story on Tales of Our Legend. My name is Chris Mbah. Has not changed. From Abia State, where they call Abangwa. Okay, that's my place, and where I come from, that's where everything started. There's a group called The Actions in those days, a very old group. The Actions, that's where I started as a packer, an instrument packer, because I used to, from school, go to the camp. I love what they're doing. And there's no way I would tell my parents I'm leaving school to go and join band. So we sneak from school to their camp. From there, I went full time, start following the band. That was how it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what year were you born, sir?
I'll ask my mother that. I will not tell you this.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, ask my mother again.
Can we talk about your educational background, your primary education? Was that in Aba? Or?
Yeah, it was in my Aba, yes, in my state, Aba, yes.
How was primary school?
It was okay. I went through the primary school as usual, and secondary school. From there, I joined the group called Actions. So
during your time in the primary school, did you think about music as a...
I was doing that in the church. Any day I went to church, the pastor would collect a lot of money because I play what they call ekwe. You might not know it. I do a lot of ekwe. Any day I go to church, the sound will be different.
So during your primary education, was that where you started music, or was it...
Exactly, from the primary, yes. That's where I met a group called The Actions. There's a man called Lemmy Fate, who was my mentor. So I like him, and he likes me too. I used to go visit him from there, from school, sneaking to their camp, where they stay, a place called River Valley in Aba. From there, I followed the group. I was from school, going to, every weekend I go following to do shows. There was, local shows. I started playing what they call ekwe. From there to conga, from conga, start singing, that was it.
So during the time of secondary school, you were into music. I mean, you started in primary school.
Yeah, because I was going with them. We were playing, followed them to Calabar, to Port Harcourt, to Lagos. Then we used to come to Lagos. There was a group called Mono Mono, John Hashtrop. So then here in Lagos, we have Mono Mono, Sheku Bokno, and Fela, the king of Fela Nicola. So when we come to Lagos, we like to go to Shrine to watch Fela. That was at Moshlashi, where you have Shrine then. The next person we like to watch there was somebody called John Hashtrop, Mono Mono, But downtown East, we are the king, the Actions. We are the real Actions, We play everywhere, Aba, Port Harcourt, Calabar. We even do Northern tour that time. Then I will sneak out from school and follow them to the tour.
This was your secondary
Yes,
education?
yes.
You were already sneaking out of school
playing? Because of music, yes.
It's amazing. Were you able to graduate high school or secondary school?
Secondary school. That was where I ended. Couldn't graduate because the music has come in now. It's all about music, nothing else. Music. So if you're telling me any other thing than music, I will listen to you.
What did your parents think about you during that period of time?
They didn't even know where I was then. We lost contact. Yeah. I only went home when I learned my father died. That was when I went home. Yeah.
Wow. So how long did you stay with that band?
A very long time. A very long time,
Were you like a lead singer? Were you
No, I was just with the band, a group of the band. We have our big organs then now, so we were like, just a member of the band until I went solo.
Okay.
So it's enough for me it's time for me to do my own thing. That's when I had my first album, Baby Don't Cry. Did well, but I didn't make any money from it. The second one, then I went solo again. I left the what they call the label owners. Started doing my thing on my own level. So that was it.
I'm very surprised to hear that you didn't make money in Baby Don't Cry. It was a time where everyone sang to that song. It was just beautiful. What happened?
The song was very popular, but the label owner couldn't handle it.
Okay.
Couldn't handle it. The demand was so much that he didn't know what to do with it. Maybe it came as a surprise. So that was high gone. Everything just went. Yeah.
What about going on tour?
Of course, I did. That was why I made money, not from record sales.
Yes.
Then it was record sales. But right now, even now, people make money from shows. Road shows, downloading. But then it was record. You have to buy the record. You have to go to market and buy the records. After Baby Don't Cry, I did take it to the top with Polygram Records, yes. I did Hope with Polygram Records also. I did Money with Polygram Records. I did, which song again? Can I remember? Then things weren't working well, I have to go solo. I started to take it by myself. I did my record, I market myself, I did everything. So, it's the only way out. Because they tell you stories, so I have to do it myself. I have to go to studio, pay my bills, get record, print it, and start selling. So I did all that.
Did you collect royalties in those times?
I never collected any royalty. Only Polygram, sometimes. Once in a while they pay, they call you, they tell you what they gave you. Tell you what they tell you and give you. Once in a while.
So you're saying that Baby Don't Cry, that song never got any royalties?
No.
Nothing at all?
No, I think the man gave me 37 naira at that time.
37 naira was what you paid?
That was the royalty, yes. 37 naira, I still remember. Sure, he gave me a check first of 2,500. It didn't bounce. Okay, and when you said I should bring it, you will give me cash. You collected, that was it. And they gave me 37 naira. Short. I don't like to worry all these things because that's the road I passed through to where I am today.
So were you married during that period of
No,
time?
No.
Okay, you were still. So in your music days, you were a single man.
Yes, I was.
So when did you get married? When did you eventually get married?
Some years back.
Get married, okay.
Some years back, about 12 years ago.
12 years ago. Mm-hmm. So you were enjoying that.
What is wrong with that?
You have kids?
Yes, I do.
You have kids?
Yeah.
How many kids?
My first daughter. I have a grandchild.
Oh wow.
Children, yeah.
Wow. So your father and your grandfather.
Yeah, I am.
So you said you have 3 children. Do you have any?
I have 3 of them warming up to go into music. They sing, they do everything, they dance. So I watch them sometimes standing on the mirror with something like microphone, jumping up. I say, look at these people. Yeah, well, I'll guide them. Why not? If that's what they want to do, you see. Well, I'll guide them. But me, I was disturbed. I wasn't allowed to do what I wanted to do, but I have to slink in. But in my own case, their own case, I will encourage them.
So you think you could make them do your song?
Yeah, do even better, yes.
We need a remix of Baby Don't
Why
Cry.
not? They will.
Can you sing just one verse of that song for us?
Are you paying money?
Please.
Yeah. Everything for your happiness, I'm gonna give it to you. Baby, don't cry. Don't cry. Thank you.
My name is Chris Hanem, the Zig Zagaman. This is my story on Tales of Our Legend.
Now my time is Now my time is pleasure talking to you today.
Yes, mine as well.
You're from Delta State, the former Bender State.
Sure.
Right. So where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Delta State or?
I grew up in Delta State, in Benin, then lastly in Lagos,
Okay. So where did you go for your primary education?
in Delta State.
What's the name of the school?
It's called St. Philip's Primary School, Adonishaka, Ebede.
Okay. So you did everything in Delta State.
Sure. I was like an auxiliary teacher when I started working as a DJ way back in Delta State then too. Then I left, came back to Benin, continued the DJ thing, then to Lagos, where I started music fully.
So when did you finally? I mean, did your education stop at the high school, or did you go to a post-secondary school?
I went post-secondary school. I was in Auchi Poly, the Benin campus.
Okay.
That was it.
What was your course of studies?
I was doing what we call confidential secretaryship,
Confidential secretaryship.
Secretary,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Did you continue with the DJing, or did you abandon DJing to do music, or did you do it together?
They were going side by side.
Okay.
Even when I came to Lagos, I continued with the DJ team. I had a working understanding with, there's one guy, it's late now, Tony Toxi, elder brother to Raskimono,
Okay.
who had a disco equipment thing. We were working together. That was when I got to know Kimono first.
Okay.
Before 1980, and I went to start my full music business with then amusement park at Papa.
So back then, was music paying the bills?
To a large extent, yeah, it was.
Okay. So your first album was Zig Zagaman.
Yeah, Turning Point.
So who wrote that song? What inspired that song?
That song came on its own. I wrote it by myself. We were out in Zambia with Onyeka Onwenu. We were on a tour. It was called Frontline Artists Against Apartheid. I was there with Onyeka Onwenu. There was late Sonny Okosun, late Christian Essien, 3 Nigerian bands. And somewhere we had problems with authorities who were refusing the show to go ahead. And somehow the promoter and the MC of the show said we must try to force that show on. So myself and our guitarist, Oscar Elimbi, we found our way into the hall. They said we should do something, and immediately I just suggested, Oscar, take your guitar, let's do something. And immediately that song came to my mind. I just sang it there.
It just came to your mind? You never wrote it?
No, that was how we did Zig Zagaman to start with.
You just made it up?
Yeah.
You must have had an idea of something in your head.
Yeah, let's say so. I had let me say, a vague idea, but I'd always wanted an opportunity for me to air that song, and it was the first one. And I thought it was a great opportunity, so we did it. In my language, it meant something worthwhile.
What does it mean?
It meant if I continued like this, then the whole thing is out of control. That's what it meant.
Can you give me that chorus, if you don't mind?
It's something like Odimeleneleni, Odimeleneleni Noah, Odimeleneleni, Odimozigi Zaga Hebenebe. That's what it meant.
What does Zig Zagaman mean?
Zig Zagaman means out of control.
Out of control.
Sure.
With the first word, what was the first word?
Odimeleneleni, that's if it continues like this. If it continues like this in this life, then all is out of control.
I love that song.
Thank you. From there and then, myself and my guitarist, Oscar, we agreed that this is a song we're going to record.
Because of the reaction of the crowd,
Yes.
or because of how did you know that that was a song?
Instantly, we just sang it from nowhere, and people who didn't understand the language reacted positively. So we said, man, this could be something good.
Okay, and it is something good, and you made a good decision about that.
Thank you.
And how did you do, money-wise, with the artist? You as the artist?
Well, I would say it did well because that song alone introduced me to a lot of live shows, made me popular everywhere. Though we had problems with piracy and the rest of it, but apart from that, it was my launching pad. It was what made me, introduced me to the music industry, and a lot of people. I got a lot of acceptance for that.
Okay.
So thank God.
Okay, so that was the full album. How many songs were in the album?
About 6 songs.
6 songs. Okay, 6 songs.
Yeah.
Are you collecting royalties on that song till date, or what's going on?
For some time now, no. But I remember I collected royalties up to some years back.
So apart from this album, Turning Point, what other did you make other albums or?
Yes, I did this follow-up for the same EMI called New Dawn, where I had 2 popular songs, Siole and Ngwangwanu. Yeah, these were all.
So how did they do?
They did well, at least comparatively, Nigerian standard. Then
Yes.
they did well.
You did well. Okay. Talk to me about your personal life. Are you married? You have kids?
Sure, I'm married. I have my kids. As a matter of fact, I have my grandchildren.
You have grandchildren?
Sure.
Wow. So talk to me. Your wife?
Yeah.
You have how many kids?
My wife is there. She's seated there.
Your wife is here with us?
Yeah.
And how many kids did you have?
Let me say 2.
2 children?
And I have 4 grandkids.
Wow, you've seen your children's children.
Sure.
So how was it? You know how when you're a musician, when you're a star, there's so much girls running after you. You know how it is. You know how it is to be a superstar.
I know.
So how did you manage your life with your wife at that period of time?
I will tell you, it wasn't quite a problem because with her presence, it was like a help to limit the extent to which I interfaced with other women.
She was like a gatekeeper.
Sure.
She made sure she put you in place.
Sure.
There's a story. A lady walked up to me on the stage when we were singing after Victor Eshet. On that very beautiful day, it was my husband's turn. A lady came up and said, "They told me he's your husband, but I'm taking him home tonight." I said, "It's all yours." And she was busy giving me the money, and I know I needed the money. I was taking the money. At the end of the day, when we walked down the stage, the bouncer came and separated us. And I went home with my husband and she left.
And then she walked with you too.
Sure.
But was she a blessing in your group? Or was she like an impediment? Like, man, this woman must stay house.
No,
Why can't they hear?
I'll tell you, she was a blessing.
She was a blessing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Monica, it's a long story, but it takes a lot of patience to stay with an artist. If you are not patient, you won't make it. It takes a lot of patience. There are things you see, you pretend as if you don't see it. That keeps it going, the 2 of you going. There are things you have to say. You take it easy, not too hard, but you are making a point out of it.
So what about the youths, the upcoming musicians? What are your advice to them?
Okay, I'll tell you. First thing, for the young people going into this business, they must be sure that whatever they're going to do must have meaning. Sing songs that you can relate to even when you are old. Because it's one thing to sing songs that are catchy, but the question you ask yourself is, when your children grow up, can they relate to your song? Mm-hmm. That's one thing. Then secondly, they must have it in mind that we are all working together for one thing, for our success. We are not enemies to each other. Because so many people see the beefing part of this business. They say, oh, that guy wants to be more popular than me. They don't know. We should see ourselves as colleagues working for one purpose, to succeed together. Then we must always remember that apart from the business we choose to do, our private life, it matters a lot. Are you going to show yourself as a responsible old man or as somebody who lived a street life all through? Like you mentioned, I have my wife, and I know that a lot of my friends too know me and this my wife from time past, and I think it's the best way to live. You can enjoy all the things in this world, but please be responsible.
So if you going back, if you have one chance, what would you change?
What would I have changed? Well, I don't think that thing that I would have changed is not within my own control. In the sense that what I would have changed would have been the way music business is run in Nigeria. But like I said, it's not within my own control.
I always tell people that we are here in this life for a reason.
Sure.
And we all have our place in this life.
Yeah.
And we thank God for the life that God is giving us.
Sure.
And I'm thankful that you bless Nigerians.
Thank you.
You bless Nigerians with something. You know, a lot of people go away, they have nothing.
Sure.
But you left a mark in Nigeria.
Thank God.
So you did a fabulous job. You're one of the very few. There's a lot of people, a lot of musicians, but not very many musicians are there that it's like, oh, I know this guy. Oh, I remember this song. You know, when you hear your music.
Sure.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be in your presence.
It's my pleasure. Because I remember you have in your own way contributed a lot. Because I remember way back, people might not know, but I know that you have been there with us in this whole struggle. You've been there with the Majek Fashek crew, yourself and so many other people. You know, like I mentioned earlier on, I remember Jolas, I remember Moss McCroy, you know, and Oscar, the drummer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oscar Dede.
Yeah.
Oscar Dede.
Sure.
Oscar is a very good friend and he's in New York.
Yeah.
And when Kimono passed, we all came together to get money together to do.
Sure.
One thing I know about the industry then, it was with love.
Sure.
We had love. It wasn't about the money.
That's why I mentioned in our interview that this business is, we should all be struggling for one thing, our success.
Yes.
Not hatred or anger.
Yes.
Nobody is fighting with each other.
Yes. That is very true.
Sure.
The reason why we're here is to document tales of our legends.
Sure.
There's so many legends in Nigeria that has been forgotten. People that touched the Nigerian people in so many ways, so much memories, but we're not very good in documenting these tales, and it's a pleasure to be here with you, talking about tales of our legends and just doing those things that will make future generation, the children, the artists, everyone, thank you and say thank you to you as a musician, as a legend, and somebody that blessed our lives. If we do not tell our stories, who will? And if they do, they will tell it from their own perspectives. Join us next time on another episode of Tales of Our Legends. I'm Monica Omorodion Sweda.